What's going on, guys? Let me get some better lighting. There we go. So I know it's been a while since I've made a video. It's been freezing cold here in Rochester, New York, and I hate this weather. I absolutely can't stand it. It just has me miserable all the time, basically, and I don't like doing anything. But so I figured I'd make this video today, give you guys a little bit of an update. Happy New Year's to everybody, and hopefully you guys got your goals in mind on what you want to do for 2018, and hopefully you accomplish them. But so basically for this year, you guys might notice a little sign right here, a little yellow and red sign, and be wondering what that's about. So I got the 240 sold. Local guy's buying it. I'm not gonna say who. He can tell everybody who he is if he wants to. That's his choice, not mine. Got the Integra right here. I did not make a video. I've been slacking, like I said, due to the weather and everything. Just had a lot of stuff going on. I picked up this Integra. It is a 2000 or 2001 Integra. I think it's a GSR. It's got a K20 Z1 in it. I put the motor in about 2 years ago. I sold it to one of my friends. Long story short, I ended up buying it back a couple months ago. So I got that. Had the 240 I was working on. Decided I got real bored of that and just want to sell it. Want to get something else. I'm looking at a newer GTR, an Audi R8, or a Porsche 911 turbo model, obviously. So we'll see what ends up happening. I haven't had much luck finding the type of Porsche that I want, because the ones that I want are way too expensive. They're over 100 grand, and I don't want to stay under that. So we'll see. But I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. As you guys can tell, the cars are in a different spot than they normally are, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But so basically the shop's a mess. The guy that was renting this side with me moved out, so I moved all my cars over here anyway, so you guys can tell it says sold, and it should be gone pretty soon. The guy asked me if I could store it for him. I told him that's fine, I don't have a problem with that. But so just kind of waiting for him to bring me the rest of the money for that. I got the Integra. I had to pull the transmission out of it because this one guy, I'm not going to mention any names, built the transmission. It's not the guy that I sold the car to or anything like that, if you guys are wondering. It was when I was building the car, I sold it to somebody, or before I even built the car, I was putting the car together. He had a transmission that he said he built, and I was like, oh sweet, I'll buy it from you. Long story short, I ended up buying the transmission, and it is fucked up. That's why the transmission's out of it right now. I gotta lower this. And like I said, guys, I've been slacking. I haven't wanted to do anything. There we go. Not supposed to do that, but like I said, I've been slacking. I just haven't wanted to do anything because of this cold weather. So basically that's the transmission right there. Finally got that light fixed. So I took all that stuff apart. It's got an M factory diff. It had all the parts that he said it had. It's just that he didn't put something together properly, and this is what ended up happening because of it. That's first gear was completely destroyed, and the car, when you would make left or right hand turns, it would skip. It literally felt like it had a welded diff, and I was like, what the hell's going on? So I took it all apart, and come to find out that that's fucked. And I forget where the other counter shaft is. It's somewhere around here, but there was a bunch of shit that was fucked up. I was fucking pissed off, but I can't get a hold of the guy to save my life, and it's a lost cause for me right at this point right now, so I don't even care. But I bought some quick jacks for the garage. There's the final drive for it. That's actually fine. It's just the other part of it that's fucked up. So I bought some quick jacks. I bought them from a guy down in New Jersey. I drove all the way down to New Jersey to pick them up, and they are freaking awesome for doing stuff like this. I I don't even know how I worked on cars without them, because it made life so much freaking easier. So let me turn this camera around. I'm wearing my gloves, so it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to get this screen out. So this out of the way. So yeah, guys, so that's kind of what's been up. I got rid of the some of you guys may know that are friends with me on Facebook or Instagram know that I got rid of the Camaro ZL1. That's why you guys don't see it in the garage. I got rid of it, I want to say like November, beginning of November or mid-November. It was around my birthday. I ended up getting rid of it just because I liked that car and everything, but it was a Chevy, and I wasn't really the biggest fan of Chevys. Kind of bought it just to try it out, just to see how it was, and if the hype was there that everybody was talking about. I bought it. I got my usage out of it, and from now on, I'll be honest with you guys, I'll never buy a Chevy again. It's just not my type of thing. That thing broke down the first 50 miles that I had it, and from there on out, I'll never buy one again. But like I said, the next car that I'm looking at is either a GTR like I had before, a Audi R8, or a Porsche 911 Turbo. But we'll see what I end up finding. So far, everything's been kind of leading me towards the GTR, just because it kind of checks all the marks off on my checklist. And we'll see. I was looking at a couple other cars like a Mark IV Supra, but those things are just getting so ridiculous in price that I'm not paying 30 grand for a NA Supra that is in somewhat decent condition, that people seem to think that they're fucking worth what a brand new fucking GTR costs, apparently, which in my opinion they're not. They're nowhere near that. The power, the quality, everything is just not there, in my opinion. If you guys want to spend that kind of money, go for it, but I won't. And because if you look at them in Japan, if you look at them in the UK, in Europe, anywhere, they're basically giving those cars away, turboed, non-turboed, NA, freaking whatever. It could be in perfect condition. They're going for 10-15 grand, and by the time you ship it over here, it's actually cheaper to buy one from a different country than it is to buy it in America. You can, in certain parts of Europe, you can buy them in left-hand drive, so you don't even have to worry about it being right-hand drive. I know a lot of people say that. They'll be like, oh well, it's right-hand drive. You can still buy a right-hand drive or a left-hand drive one in different parts of Europe and still have it be cheaper than what these retards over here want. I just feel like they're overpriced for no apparent reason, but I'm sure there'll be somebody out there that'll disagree and say, oh no, you're freaking crazy, it's worth that. It's maybe to you, but to me, once you drive a newer car like a GTR, Audi R8, a Lambo, or any of that other stuff, you'll never want to buy one of those pieces of shits ever. I mean, I shouldn't say they're pieces of shit. I love 2Js. I've had one in that car right over there. It had a big turbo 2J. It was fucking awesome. But the price, I just feel like on turbo with a 6-speed is only worth about 35 grand. That's tops, not 65 to 120. You guys are just fucking out of your mind. So let me get back to this. So basically, this car has a K series in it. It's got a K20 Z1. As you guys can tell, I had to pull the transmission out. My buddy Dave came over here and gave me a hand one day. And we did all that stuff. I'm kind of sad to see this car go, but at the same time, I just want to move on and get something else and try something new, because I've held on to this car for so long that I just need to try something different and just focus my attention on something else and kind of go from there. That's kind of how I feel about it, so we'll see. But I got some cleaning to do in the shop. Finally, it's like way fucking brighter in here. That light went out and it was real dark in here, which kind of sucked. So basically that's what I got to do. I'm gonna put like a little tarp down there, just so when I'm putting the transmission back in, my buddy Dave was here helping me, and he ended up cracking the bottom radiator tank, the end tank on there, cracked it, and now we gotta buy a new radiator and go from there, which freaking sucks because it was like an OEM Honda radiator, but that's beside the point. So basically that's what I've been up to, that's what I've been doing. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, get some stuff organized, and get out of here. I kind of wanted to just get out the house today just because it was so freaking, it was so cold and it was so boring, and just staying inside the house and stuff, that I just wanted to get out and see what there is to do today, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot. So I'm gonna stop this video right now while I clean up, and